guided reading. And our guided reader today is from the US today. She's going to be connecting via webcam. So we're very familiar with Sister Fangwen because she's actually from Kaohsiung. And often when she returns to Kaohsiung, she'll actually join us live.
The inner beauty of Kaohsiung Jinsi Ho. What he has been doing, let's look at the clips.
Oftentimes, Sister Fangwen, when she comes to Taiwan, she will take a lot of the Tzu Chi products and bring it back to the US to sell for charitable contributions. So let's welcome Sister Fangwen to lead the guided reading today. Can you see my image? Oh, we have to be full screen here. Okay, so I think we're good. Dharma Master Zeng Yin, Masters at the Abode. Everybody in the audience, good day to all of you. I am Fangwen, and my Dharma name is Tzu Wei. Today we're going to be talking about the daily journal of Dharma Master Zeng Yin, the summer chapter from April 1st to April 7th. And the topic is pure practitioners with wholehearted dedication. So let us take a little bit of time to understand the spirit and the mission of pure practitioners. So on April 3rd, 2023, Dharma Master had a session with the pure practitioners and asked them to recognize that as pure practitioners, you are here to practice and walk on the Bodhisattva path and not simply to cultivate for yourself. And bodhisattvas, they are not just an abstract idea. Rather, bodhisattvas are amongst humanity. And the Jingsi abode is the kind of like the home base for bodhisattvas in the world. Do you all remember why the Tzu Chi world is often compared to the metaphor of the concentric crystal sphere of perfect harmony? So Dharma Master Zeng Yin uses the trichiliocosm as a metaphor for Tzu Chi, where the Jingsi abode is the central place of practice in this trichiliocosm. And so that's going to be the small chiliocosm, whereas the pure practitioners represent that medium chiliocosm because they have committed their lives to the missions of Tzu Chi and have withdrawn from worldly affairs, or have the heart of a monastic who's withdrawn from worldly affairs, yet acts or takes the form of a layperson to step into the world and help others. So that represents the medium chiliocosm. And then we have, of course, the Tzu Chi family all around the world, and we would call them the large chiliocosm. So do we know why pure practitioners are called Qing Xiu Shi in Chinese? So Qing means pure, Shou means an internal cultivation or practice of the mind. But what about that third word, Shi? So let's take a look at the video from Dharma Master Zeng Yin to explain that third word for us.
Su 乃是敬称的名词啦，譬如讲，一般学术、识术、博术、心术、理术等等，这都是尊称的意思吼，尤其是伫学者的尊称啊。所以讲起来，开始就是
到the inner beauty
的人，在家嘛会当称为开示啊。开示呢，就是菩萨的意思，也嘛是一般伫咧称的大师。咱即嘛定定伫咧讲清修士，虽然在家的形象，也是出家的心，这叫做清修士。
上人开始，上人说：人间苦难事多，
Dharma Master Zheng says there is so much suffering in the world. There's a lot of things that we need to do for the people who are suffering in the world, but that's not something we can do alone. It depends on all of us coming together uh, to do what is needed. And it's also very important for us to pass on the Dharma lineage and the school of Buddhism of Siji, generation to generation, so that we may always have a group of people with the same spiritual direction. So pure practitioners have foregone establishing a family of their own, and so their home has become the Jingsi abode. And so their family is all the sentient beings in the world. Dharma Master Zheng reminds pure practitioners that uh, the way to learn the Dharma is not to academically dissect the words that are written in the Buddhist text, but rather to really understand the principles behind the teachings. And it is important for pure practitioners to take on the missions and the responsibilities of the Dharma lineage and the Siji school of Buddhism. And as pure practitioners, they have the heart of a monastic, someone who has um, given up worldly desires, and yet they act again as lay people who can be amongst worldly affairs, amongst people, uh, in this special role as pure practitioner. And they also have an important role of serving as good role models for people and to invite more people into the Siji family. So let's take a look at this next video showing the first time that pure practitioners were certified.
32位清修士闻法入道，愿舍小家之爱，利益天下众生。一念清净，发心誓愿，虔诚坚定，行入人间菩萨道。
So this was the ceremony where 32 pure practitioners took the vow to dedicate their lives as pure practitioners within Siji. And this was the first group of certified pure practitioners. And this is a pure practitioner named Jing Xian, who is sharing that she has followed Dharma Master Zheng for so long and felt that she wanted to do even more. And so she decided to become a pure practitioner. And in this time and moment, it is even more important to share the principles of Siji with the world. And here the pure practitioners are making a vow that they will heed the teachings of Buddhism, that they will be unwavering in their resolve and virtue, and that they will practice with a pure heart and mind to benefit sentient beings. So this was a historic day, because actually this was on the lunar calendar, this was September 19th, which was the same day that the Guanyin Bodhisattva became a monastic. And so the day was highly symbolic in this way. Here, Dharma Master Zheng is saying that there is so much suffering in the world. And as we have taken a vow to help those suffering, then let us dedicate our lives in this way. And let us commit ourselves to the Jingsi Dharma lineage and the Siji school of Buddhism and walk the Bodhisattva path. So as the pure practitioners become certified, they are firmly establishing their own direction on the Bodhisattva path. Let everyone feel a lot of Dharma joy in watching this video and very touched. Every time I watch this, I feel so joyful. Though many of us may not have the opportunity in this lifetime or the affinity in this lifetime to become a pure practitioner, perhaps in future lives, we may have that affinity as well. So as we look at the Earth today, as the population continues to grow, naturally there is a lot of damage to the environment. And it really is as if the world right now is like how it's described in the Buddhist text, that the three realms are like a burning house. And so pure practitioners also play an important role of, again, this metaphor of this great white ox cart, of steering that great white ox cart and leading people in that burning house away from the dangers of that burning house. So pure practitioners have the responsibility of holding, again, the metaphorical rice basket of the world, the responsibilities and the missions of Buddhism, and relieve suffering amongst beings. So Dharma Master Zheng Yin shares with pure practitioners that may you stand firm and act diligently for the Jingsi Dharma lineage and the Tzu Chi school of Buddhism. So that is my sharing for today. Thank you very much, everyone. So let's take a look at Sister Fangwen over here. We have also invited Sister Fangwen in the past to share about her love story with her husband. And in the decades that they have been together, they have had such a loving relationship. They've never once argued with each other, and the relationship of all of their, like amongst her and her husband and their children, all have just a very loving relationship. So our guided readings typically for the speakers who lead the sessions, we ask them to find a portion of the daily journal of Dharma Master Zheng Yin that they have found they were most touched by, or that left a really strong impression on them, and to share in 10 minutes about that portion of the journal. And it's actually very rare that our speakers will share about pure practitioners. So today was a very special session because of that. And so let's take a look at some more of the comments that we've received from our listeners online. So we had a comment from, or for the earlier session, from Brother, from our earlier speaker, Brother Zhou Xinghong. In these past 10 minutes, I certainly felt I learned a lot. And this gave me a very clear view of the history and the story and the purpose of pure practitioners. So I hope everyone can reflect upon the session, even go back and listen to the replay, and share any thoughts if you may have any. So we often say you have to take that first step to have a path before you. You don't have to be very skilled to get started, but